You are a slave. Make no mistake. You are a slave to the matrix. There better be zero doubt in your mind about that. Because what is a slave? What is a slave? A slave, previously, back in ancient times and times long past, was somebody who was forcibly taken from another land, and they were put in chains and they were stolen from their homeland, and they were forced to do the work of their master. The master would say, jump, and you were required to pull out the trampoline on pain of death, on the pain that you're not going to be able to survive if you don't do what I say. That was a slave's duty. They were required to do whatever their master instructed, with the understanding that if you do what I say, your bare necessities, your basic needs will be provided for. If you do what I say, we will house you, and we will feed you, and we will clothe you, and not much else. And that was the lot of a slave. Now, modern day slavery is not so much different. You are required to go to a place that you probably don't enjoy being at, and you are required to do the work of your master, with the understanding that your housing needs, your clothing needs, and your food needs are going to be taken care of, and not much else. That is the current situation of the middle class here in America or in the Western democracy, just the modern world, dude. That is the situation you are in. Because this current society, this matrix, this time we're living in, it is constructed to steal every last bit of vital energy that you still possess as a sentient being. Understand that you are a human being. You are a sentient spark of the divine flame of our Creator, the divine flame of God. You are a child of the universe with the will and the energy and the life force to create in the world. And so the most valuable thing that you possess is your time, your attention, and your energy. Your time, your attention, and your energy. And the majority of it is spent, it is frittered away on doing what the slave masters tell you. How much of your time, attention, and your energy do you actually spend on things that you want to bring into existence, things that you're passionate about, things that you want to create, moments that you want to solidify for your soul, for your depth, for your peace? When was the last time you just took a walk in the sunshine, enjoying nature, enjoying the trees for you? Not because anybody was there, not because you had to impress anybody, but simply because it was something that you wanted to do for you, your soul, and for God. Think hard about that. When was the last time you did that? If you're living in the current day and age, your currency is being actively inflated into oblivion, dude. Your currency is being destroyed moment by moment. You go to work and you work hard for this piece of currency, the signifier of your time, attention, and energy, of your value, of your skill set, these dollar bills. And they just print more of them. You can't print any, but they can print more if they feel like it, because they're the one calling the shots. Because guess what? They're the masters and you're their bitch. You're their bitch. They tell you to take the thing in your arm, 2020. They tell you to do it. And you do it, because what you gonna do? Because somebody's got to put food on the table. Because if you don't, you're gonna get fired. So you're gonna do what they say. You're gonna listen to what your masters say. How much real autonomy do you still have in your life? What is autonomy? It's you using your own consciousness, your own sentience to say, I will do this with my life. I will spend my time, attention, and energy on these things. Why? Because I want to. That is what it means to be a man, to be a free man. To be somebody who can go where they want, when they want, with whoever they want, to do whatever they want, because they've decided so. Most people can't do that. Most people are a slave to their situation because gotta pay the bills, dude. Gotta pay rent. And I say this as a regular guy. Gotta pay rent. Gotta pay rent. You got a phone bill. You got an electricity bill. You know, steak's getting more expensive. Broccoli's getting pretty freaking expensive. So, you know, gotta go to work 6 days a week. What you gonna do? Not only is your dollar being actively destroyed and inflated into the current situation where it's just crumbling away and your dollar isn't even worth half of what it used to be 10 years ago, but also your attention and your time is being stolen by social media, by garbage content on the internet. How many hours does the average person spend on Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat? Just those three, not all the other apps. Just Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat collectively. 2 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, probably more. Bro, unless you're actively creating something with social media, like you're building a business, you're promoting a product, you're trying to add value to the world by spending 15, 20 minutes a day posting something hypercritical and valuable for other people, why do you even have these apps on your phone? Like, what are you doing? You barely have enough time, attention, and energy as it is, and you're just like frittering it away. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm getting angry, but I really am. Like, I'm just confused, man. Like, what is the average person thinking? What was I thinking for so long? Spending 2 hours plus collectively on Instagram, YouTube, and Snapchat. Like, what the hell, man? What the helly? Time and attention and energy. Time, attention, and energy. The three most important things you ever do have as a human being, as a sentient spark of God. And you're spending it on cheeks on the Instagram. Like that photo. Think about what you're freaking doing. And listen, one of the most important ones we need to talk about. This is the time for the ladies to click off the video if there's any ladies that actually watch my content, but the licentious, explicit adult material on the internet. You know those videos, dude. I'm a guy. You're a guy. We know what I'm talking about. Those videos. How they really just suck you in. And they get you feeling right, dude. It's a nice... Sorry, I gotta crack my back. They get you right. It's a hell of a drug. Damn. They stimulate you super amazingly, dude. Some nice cheeks on the hub. Bro. It's hard, dude. It's tough as hell to stay away from that stuff. Whoever made that company and when they make those videos and they put them on, they know exactly what they're doing. Your time and your attention, but most importantly, your energy, your masculine essence, gone. There you are. Now you're depleted for an extra 4 or 5 days. And that's typically the cycle. Every other day, every 3 days, you go back to those videos, and what little bit of vitality, what little bit of energy you still have left, you just explode into your freaking bed sheets. For what? For a waste. A waste of your consciousness, a waste of your time, a waste of your attention and your energy. You are a slave to the matrix. I'm not saying this as a preachy person. I'm still a slave. And it's not you're a slave or you're not. It's a spectrum. And it's something you have to actively work to break free of. It's a mental, energetic parasite that will suck you dry. Social media, garbage food, drugs, nicotine, alcohol, and most importantly, those videos on the internet. Or even just overindulgence in hookups with women that you're not really connected to. All this stuff, boom, will destroy your life. It will suck you dry if you let it, and you have to hedge against that. And I know it's all doom and gloom. Things are pretty bleak out here, dude. Things are pretty bleak. And that's all good and fine that I talk about this stuff, but like, what's the solution? Am I offering a solution? Do I have the solution? I don't know, dude. I'm just a guy. I don't know if I have the solution. I have a pretty good idea, and I'd like to share that with you. But, dude, the only solution is to take back the only three things you have. You have your time, you have your energy, and you have your attention. Time, energy, and attention. And you're not going to get back all of it. You know, you got to pay the bills. And until you become a billionaire, you got to clock in. You're a slave to the paycheck. And the customer's always right. So what you going to do? In the meantime, though, you do have some extra time, energy, attention that nobody's forcing you to give up. You're choosing to spend it on things that do not matter. On gossip, garbage Netflix, television, social media, the licentious videos on the internet, and the list goes on and on. But you know what those things are. You go to do it and you're like, is this a good spending of my time and energy? Obviously not. Obviously not, dude. Obviously not. You're not an idiot. You're smart. You have intuition. You have a soul. If you ask your body the question, should I be doing this right now? Obviously, you shouldn't be doing it. Obviously. You're smart. You got this. You already know how to take back these three things, your time, attention, and your energy, that the matrix, that the system steals from your soul. It sucks your vital life force from you. To take those things back, you simply have to say no. You simply have to say no to giving up your time, energy, and attention in ways that it's sucking from you. No is a powerful word, and you simply have to start utilizing it more. You get a little urge because, you're addicted to these videos and you want to go get another hit from your current addiction. You say no. You simply say no. And this is how you reclaim your power. This is how you reclaim your energy. This is how you reclaim your soul, dude. You're not going to do it by paying $40 for a little dose of mushrooms and taking it. And, I saw God because the drugs. No, that is not how you truly connect with your soul. That is not how you truly come face to face with your authentic connection with God. That is not how it's done. It's not cheap. It's not something that can be bought. It's not something that can be taken in a substance. It is the long, hard, arduous path of walking life soberly and dealing with situations and staying away from your addictions. Because if you can't even say no to your little urges, to your cravings, to your addictions, who the hell do you think you are? What are you besides your cravings and your addictions? If you don't even have your conscious will about you, your autonomous nature to say yes and no and consciously make that decision, are you even a human being? What is a human being? Are you even alive? Or are you simply a zombie? That's how most people act. Have a conversation with the average person. Look them in the eye. Hey, what's up, dude? Yeah. They can't even hold eye contact with you. Yeah. I digress. That's my solution. I don't really have anything better than that, dude. How do you take your time, attention, and energy back from the matrix? How do you reclaim your power? Well, it'll start with something like semen retention. That's a pretty good damn start. Do that for 3 weeks. Let that energy build up in you. You start to get rid of anxiety. You start to feel courage because you have your ball sack back, because you actually have vital life force to sit there and confidently, but surely, and respectfully and lovingly, but say, nah, screw that. I'm not doing that garbage. Unacceptable. Oh, but you want to watch the Netflix. You want to eat the junk food. You say, what? Oh, it's 2020. Ooh, contagion. Ooh, you gotta do this stuff with, the medicines. We know what we're saying, right? The medicines. And you say, why are you talking? Who gets to let you say what I should do? I'm a human being. I'm a man. And you don't get to tell me and my family what we're going to do. Unacceptable. Shut your fucking mouth. Get the fuck out of here. That's how it works. But it doesn't work like that if you're so depleted of your energy, of your will, because you've just been giving it away. You've given away all your power, so you have no power left to make decisions for your own life. It starts with the small stuff. A power and autonomy over your own life starts small. I don't care if you have 1 day off per week, and in that 1 day off, you're so busy with stuff, with your like errands just to keep your life running, that in that day, you only have 2 free hours to yourself. Per week, you only have 2 hours. What are you gonna do with that? You're gonna sit on your freaking bed and, you're gonna light up that freaking, I don't even know how you light up a joint, but it's gonna like, oh, drugs. Oh. You're no better than a heroin addict. You're no better than that. You're no better than the guy snorting up crack on the road. He's just farther down the line. But that's where this path leads, of constantly chasing addiction, constantly chasing pleasure. That's where this leads. Do you understand now? Do you understand? That's it. That's the video. I will hopefully speak with you very, very soon in the Telegram. Jump in that. I mean, dude, I started that Telegram as a little kind of like shits and giggles thing, but we got freaking 100 guys in there now. So before it becomes paid, it's still free. I will be moving it from Telegram to another platform that will be paid. So if you guys want to get in while it's still free, then click the link. Peace out, dude. Have a good day.